What is up, Bat Family, and welcome to Batman Theory, where we take a deep dive into comic books, movies, cartoons, and everything in between that has to do with the Dark Knight. So, guys, before we get started, if I could ask real quick, we are a new channel to YouTube. If you could please subscribe to the channel if you really like our content. We're trying to bring you guys daily Batman content, and all you need to do to enter our giveaway is subscribe to the channel and drop us a like and comment on a video. As soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers, we are going to be giving away a really cool backlit Batman sign. So let's get to it.
And here we go.
So guys, today we're going to be talking about Henri Ducard, and we are going to actually not be talking about the Henri Ducard from the Nolan-verse, so not the one portrayed by Liam Neeson in Batman Begins and who reprises his role very briefly in a cameo in The Dark Knight Rises. We're actually talking about the original Henri Ducard from the comics. And first and foremost, a lot of people don't realize this, but Henri Ducard actually first was going to appear in the original 1989 Batman film by Tim Burton. And he was going to be shown in flashbacks to be training Bruce and to be a big part of Bruce's life during his training years. And he taught him the skills for detective work and everything. And come to find out, Bruce deduces that Henri Ducard also is a criminal on the side and ends up leaving him. It was written by Sam Hamm, the original writer for the 1989 film. This entire sequence was scrapped, and DC actually brought him on to introduce Henri Ducard because they liked it so much, and they liked to flesh out Batman's training years much more. And so they brought him on to introduce Henri Ducard in the actual comic book lineup. So he makes his first appearance in Batman Comics and Detective Comics number 599. It was published in April of 1989, which is obviously right before the movie came out. And Henri Ducard is actually a detective working in Paris. He is world renowned for his tracking skills, his hunting skills, and how well he is at finding. So Bruce finds out later on that Henri Ducard is actually not really a hero, and he's also not a villain. He's actually kind of in the gray area as far as characters go. He works for criminals, and he also works for people like Bruce, helping both sides of the law out. Pretty early on in Batman's career, he actually discovers Bruce's secret identity. Pretty early on, he actually deduces Batman's secret identity. He doesn't tell anyone and actually keeps it to himself because he thinks that Batman actually takes the largest chunk of criminals and distracts them from people like Henry, and so the smaller criminals can still funnel themselves through the system, but Batman distracts all the big ones, which means he does he's a greater good for the criminal underworld. What I do find interesting, and I will cover this in another video because his backstory is vague, but it's fleshed out a little bit through the novelization and various other interviews and everything. But Henri Ducard, portrayed by Liam Neeson in the Batman Begins film, is very much responsible for the majority of Bruce's training. Now, this is not true in the comics. He is one of many, many people Bruce sought and Bruce learned from in the entire world. So there you have it, guys. That's the brief history on Henri Ducard. If you want me to do more videos like these on Bruce's old masters and where he learned from, then I'd be happy to do it. Like I said, guys, we really appreciate the support. Thank you for watching, and stay safe.